for Clarke. As they're going to have a moving screen called on Courtney Pritchett here. And that's going to be 2 on the Lady Tigers as Pritchett picks up her first. Kind of looked like she was tangled up with the Clarke, the defender, trying to get through. I'm a little surprised that was called. It could have easily been kind of a play on. Ubel will get a break and a change for Clarke as they will send Maya Merchman into the lineup, 5'11" sophomore forward from Donaldson, Iowa. Merchman has it. Now Mickles looking for some help out front. Gets the step now on Boyle. Culbertson, 7 to shoot. Working. Kelchin out. Driving in. Merchman throws one up in the lane. It is good. And it's a 10-0 start for Campbellsville. For Clarke as Campbellsville comes the other way. Lee to Pritchett. Open 3. Bang! Courtney Pritchett gets the Lady Tigers on the board in a big way, and Edward Jones payout.
Yeah, that's a good transition there. Coach Colvin wants them to push it, and a lot of times you get those kickback threes.
And they throw it away. Heads up over here, Benji Kelly.
I'm telling you. Let's go, Court. Come on, let's go.
As the Lady Tigers will pitch it in from right in front of Benji and I. Courtney Pritchett.
I was ready to pull the trigger, Matt.
You got any eligibility?
No, I do not.
Fresh out. Campbellsville back to work here, trailing by 7. Less than 7 minutes to play in the first quarter. Lauren Lee, right side, bounces to Pritchett. They close in. Still a zone look defensively. Inside, Wilkes is fouled and one for Kit Kat.
Let's go. There we go. That's the Campbellsville we know right there. Entry pass down to Wilkes, absorbs the contact, gets it up high on the glass. It goes in. Chance for the 3-point play. Now we've settled down. Let's play some basketball.
Kelchin's first foul. Did they put that on Kelchin? Yes, they did. That is Emma Kelchin, her first. Wilkes at the line for the Lady Tigers can make it a 10-5 or a 10-6 game. Wilkes hits the free throw. I've actually got
you got a little ahead of us. That's all right.
I was so confident. All those fans back in the Rainsville Chapel listening to the Lady Tigers, we knew they were going to pull that free throw through for Caitlin Wilkes. Nichols, left side, 3 from Culbertson. That is good for Skylar Culbertson. And it's a 13-6 basketball game.
Campbellsville just a little bit there on the zone, left them wide open in the corner. It's twice they've got a good look like that.
Out front, Bertram with Campbellsville, the basketball. She's got it on the right wing, won't shoot it. Bertram, now Wilkes, back to Bertram. Bert gonna drive, stops, now the entry. Wilkes goes to work, up off the window. I think Wilkes has thrown up 3 shots. I think she's been fouled all 3 times. They called one. The other way, that is a long pass into the corner. Merchman going to take a 3. That is around and out, no good. And that'll be the second on Caitlin Wilkes. And that's unfortunate for Campbellsville and the Lady Tigers, as she will likely have to sit for a bit here. And it will be let's see here.
Is it on the floor, I believe?
It's on the floor.
Yeah.
Merchman fired the shot. It was Kelchin that was actually fouled. Campbellsville will send Kayla Luby in, 6'2", the junior forward from B, Nebraska. Bertram, I mentioned a moment ago, checking in, the 5'6" sophomore guard from Glasgow, Kentucky. Working on the dribble. That ball was deflected by Bertram, and she's got it. Bert got a hand on the Culbertson pass. Pritchett the other way for the Lady Tigers. Bert wanted to shoot that from about 30 feet. Inside, Luby is fouled here by a new player into the game. That is Taylor Haase. And that is the first on Haase, second on Clarke. Haase, the younger sister of the all-time leading scorer at Clarke. Her sister, I think, McKenna, the all-time leading scorer there. Pettigo pitches one in here for Campbellsville. 13-6 the score. The Lady Tigers trail. Luby going to make a quick move to the rim with an underhanded shot. No good. Ubel, the rebound for Clarke. Here come the Pride. Culbertson on the dribble. Trailer is Ubel. She'll drive at the free throw line. Jumper on the way is good for Tina Ubel.
Yeah, those mid-range jumpers, that's, they love, as Coach Colvin calls it, timeout. It's a good timeout there. But this mid-range jumpers for this Clarke team, they are deadly from that area.
15-6. Clarke leads it. A 30-second timeout taken here by the Lady Tigers. Ginger High Colvin let her club play through that early stretch. Pritchett hitting the 3 to get the Lady Tigers on the board. They got the and 1 from Caitlin Wilkes, and so often in this tournament, not to say that the whistle is wrong, but how it's officiated. You get somebody like Wilkes with a couple of quick fouls, Benji, that can really dictate how this game plays out, especially here in the first 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's, this is a start that Campbellsville really wanted. When I'm saying Clarke's got the start that Campbellsville really wanted. So now Campbellsville's going to have to play a little bit from behind, but there's no panic in this team. We've been down before. We were down, I think, 10 against Rio and was able to battle back and get a 9-point victory. So a lot of basketball left. But you gotta credit Clarke for coming out guns a-blazing. Now they've gone to a little extended zone here.
Bertram with the basketball. Now Pettigo out front. Back to Burt. Bertram needs help. Pritchett, nowhere to go. 13 to shoot. Bertram gonna drive in. Out to Boyle. Can't shoot. On the dribble. Now Pettigo out top. 3 on the way. That is no good. Luby, the rebound or putback is partially deflected there. And the other way comes Clarke. Left side Merchman. Inside. Hazy going to go to work. Throws up a shot. Good off the window. And it's a 17-6 ball game. Here comes Campbellsville. Right side Pritchett. Looking for some help. Now Boyle will drive in. Jumper on the way just off the paint. Swish for Matty Boyle.
Yeah, it's good ball fake and penetration there from Matty Boyle.
Here driving in is Culbertson. Actually, that is Izzy Peterson, 5'5" junior guard from Oregon, Wisconsin. Inside, Luby Gamble tried to get to the pass and knock it away. And Hazy with another bucket. I believe she's got four straight there for Clarke.
Well, Clarke has only missed one shot.
Well, that's the thing I'm looking at. That can't continue.
No, it cannot.
Luby out to Pettigo. Bertram can't shoot it. It's knocked away briefly. Gets it back. Boyle bounces, looking for Luby. Ill-advised pass, broken up. And you can see Ubel just can't do much on that leg.
No.
It is straight.
Well, if they keep shooting like this, she's not going to have to.
She's open, can't shoot it. She'll drive in, throw up a floater. That is good for Tina Ubel. And they are protecting her on the defensive end, and she's using what she's got on the offensive end, working to perfection as far as Clarke is concerned. 21-8 the score. Pettigo between defenders. Pritchett, Boyle. Now Pettigo will drive the inline, feeds Pritchett, works her way in, floater with the right hand, no good. Luby has it, may have been fouled. Now we get a whistle here as this will go, they threw 2 fingers in the air. Is Kayla going to go to the line?
He's now got a foul, yeah. Yeah, it was a foul. They may call that
on the floor. That is on Ubel. That's the first on Tina Ubel. 3 on Clarke as a team. 21-8 the score, 3:17 to play in the first quarter. Boyle checks out. Sarah Sutton into the Lady Tiger lineup, the 5'10" junior forward from Scottsville, Kentucky. Pritchett and Sutton line the paint with Luby at the charity stripe. Bertram and Lee at midcourt. 2 shots for Kayla Luby, and this one is good. Kayla with, I'm sure, a few folks behind us in attendance today, as she's just a few hours from B, Nebraska. Trying to get the Lady Tigers in double figures here with 3:17 to play in the period, and she does. 21-10, the Lady Tigers trailing here by 11. Clarke in the early going, shooting lights out. Culbertson out top now. That is Mickles feeding Culbertson down on the inline, drives in. Peterson holds it. Inside, pass broken up. Luby that time able to get to it. And Lauren Lee comes the other way, works right side, contact, shot up, no good. Ball knocked away from Luby and taken in by Izzy Peterson and Clarke. Peterson wants to run. They've gotten away with a high dribble. In the corner, McDermott is open for 3. That is no good. Just the second miss for the Pride. And the Lady Tigers come back the other way, trailing by 11. Sutton open. 3 on the way. That is good. Whoa. Use it all, young lady. I'll give you a delayed bang.
Wow. That thing hung up there for like 2 seconds.
Out top.
It's a big 3.
McDermott, huge 3. Edward Jones, payout number 2 for Campbellsville. Inside, nice pass. Hazy, who's going to be fouled as she gets the bucket, and that'll go against Courtney Pritchett. So maybe a worst case scenario to some degree for Ginger High Colvin is less than 8 minutes into the ball game. Wilkes and Pritchett each picking up 2 fouls.
Yeah, that's unfortunate there, but that's a great entry pass by Clarke, and a bounce pass is a no-look bounce pass. So now you're going to have Sutton and Luby and now Nally's into the game, playing some big minutes here in the first quarter.
Campbellsville will have to be very good defensively here over the next few minutes as they trail by 11 after the made free throw by Hazy. Credit to Clarke. They see Campbellsville hit the 3. And then they come right back down and get the old-fashioned three-point play. Lauren Lee, the basketball for the Lady Tigers. Bounces to Sutton, turnaround shot in the paint. That is short. And the rebound knocked up into the air, but taken in by Kelchin. Maddie Nally, the 6'2" sophomore forward from Louisville, Kentucky, into the lineup for Campbellsville. Left side, open shooter is Mickles. That is strong. Rebound knocked away a couple of times, and finally batted all the way out near the three-point line where Culbertson takes it. Opposite corner, McDermott. That one no good, and they run it down again and tap it out to Culbertson. Campbellsville got to match up. Luby was all the way near midcourt. Maddie Nally with a timely block. Ball knocked out of bounds, and it'll go to Campbellsville. The Lady Tigers dodge a couple of bullets.
Well, they did there.
A big stop.
That's a big block by Nolly there to disrupt that because she had a wide open layup. Campbellsville can get this thing into single digits, Matt, here at the first quarter. Into the first quarter, you got to think that this Clarke team's not going to continue to shoot the ball as well as they have here in the first quarter.
Finally missed a few. We saw against Freed Hardeman in the Mid-South Conference Tournament final, or the semifinal, here. Sutton open three on the way. Oh, that one around and out. I had it lined up there, Benji, just circles the other way. This pass picked off by Sutton like a safety, like Jordan Poyer.
Jordan Poyer for the Bills. There you go.
Here inside, that is Lee spinning, contact, throws up a shot, a late whistle, and Lauren Lee will go to the free throw line. They'll nab Nicole McDermott on the foul call. But as I was going to make the point there about, they actually get Culbertson right there. The Lady Tigers, if memory serves me correctly, were on fire in the first quarter against Freed Hardeman, and then the well kind of went dry.
It went dry
so
big time. It does. I mean, this game, it ebbs and flows so many different ways, and teams can come out from one quarter to the next, one half to the next, and it just be totally different. We actually saw that in the first game. Marion pretty much dominated that first half against Central Methodist, and then the second half, they only got 18 points in the whole half.
And a whistle here, 2 shots as they pause they're getting ready to throw that to Lee. Courtney Pritchett back in for the Lady Tigers here with 1:09 to play in the first quarter. Lauren Lee hits the first free throw.
Well, there's no panic in this team, Matt. They've faced adversity throughout the year, and still 3 quarters and 31 minutes of basketball left. 24-15 after Lee. It's a pair of free throws. Peterson with the basketball for Clarke. Entry to Ubel. Oh, she stumbled there. Shot no good. Gets it back. Goes back up. Pritchett has to be careful in there with 2 fouls. And finally McDermott grabs it. And Campbellsville, as I mentioned, Pritchett was down in there battling, trying to rebound it. But had to be very careful as she's playing with 2 fouls. Bertram open. 3 on the way for Burke. Bang! Edward Jones, third payout of the day. That is big. Now let's get a stop here and a chance to score. We get the ball to start the second quarter.
Inside, they've got Kelchin looking for help. Double team there, trying to work free. Gets around, and the ball knocked away briefly. McDermott shot hangs between the rim and the backboard and falls down. Nally has it. 18 seconds to play in the quarter. The Lady Tigers with it. They can trim a bit closer.
This is a 2-for-1 right here, Matt. Get a bucket here, get to start the second quarter.
Sutton, free throw line, jumper, in and out, no good. Kelchin the rebound.
Good look.
2 seconds, long pass here, they'll fling it. I don't know if she got it off, and the shot is well up off the top of the backboard, but the Lady Tigers trailed by 13. They come back to get it to within 8, and we will head to the second quarter. The Lady Tigers 18, Clarke leads it 26. You're following the Lady Tigers on the Campbellsville University Sports Network.
Citizens Bank and Trust has provided funding to make today's sportscast possible. The CVTKY mobile app can be found in the App Store or Google Play. Citizens Bank and Trust says go Tigers. Member FDIC.
We acknowledge Keltner Contracting for their continued support of Tiger Athletics. Featuring Tempstar heating and cooling products, Keltner Contracting proudly offers free estimates on new systems. On the web at keltnercontracting.com.
This is Ginger High Colvin, head coach of the Lady Tigers. Thanks for following today's coverage of CU basketball on the Campbellsville University Sports Network.
26-18, Campbellsville trails Clarke as we head to the second quarter. The Pride, Benji, hit 9 of their first 10 shots.
Yes.
Then they come back to earth a bit. They hit just 2, what's the math there?
2 of 9.
Their last 9.
Yeah.
And the Lady Tigers at 5 of 16 from the field, 31%. So just some basic adjustment as those two hopefully come to a more normal number. That's going to certainly
hopefully,
yeah.
If Campbellsville can, continue to make a few shots here deep. They've hit 3. I think Sutton hit 1. Was it Pritchett that hit 1?
Pritchett hit the first game.
And then Bertram there and Sutton there in the end of the second half. So first quarter. My goodness, I'm all flustered here. But
too early to get flustered.
I know we've weathered the storm, and this may be a perimeter shooting contest here tonight for us.
Well, based on the season numbers, that would help Campbellsville.
It would.
Boyle on the right side as the Lady Tigers go to work here in the second quarter. Lee wants to drive. She'll stop. Needs help. Pettigo flashes left side. She works inside. Ball's tied up, and the arrow will go to Clarke, as that was McDermott, I believe, to get a hand on it and lock it up with Bailey. Clarke the other way here. We understand the stream through the NAIA is not good. And
2 dribbles and a freeze. 2 dribbles and a freeze.
We're glad that we could be here courtside to bring you the call. Looking for help out top. That is Merchman working against Sutton. Drives. Blocked by Nally, and it goes out of bounds with 9 on the shot clock. Maddie Nally with a couple of swats here early.
Yeah, she's got such a long wingspan, 6'2", probably a wingspan of about 6'7", 6'8", and she can disrupt a lot of shots down there.
Merchman looking to inbound. Pitches it out. Lee got a hand on it, but it was caught by Mickles, who throws up a running shot with the left hand and goes through.
One of those things, they throw it up and it goes in.
Lee working, kicking, Boyle shooting, 3 on the way. Strong rebound to Sutton. She's in some traffic, needs some help, keeps it free, and the ball is tapped and saved. It's still on the ground. Needing help here is Culbertson, and they get it ahead to Merchman. That was a bit wild.
I'm telling you,
the floor.
Almost physical assault down there.
In hindsight, Sarah would have been better off to hold on to that and get to the arrow.
Yeah.
But here, Merchman looking for help now as she drives in. Culbertson with 9 to shoot. Sutton defending. Will take a backup 3. That is no good. Rebound batted and taken in by Bailey Pettigo. Campbellsville the other way, trailing by 10. Lee in the middle. Right side, crossover. Now left side looking for help. Sutton catches deep out, and now Boyle collects it in the middle. Boyle, Pettigo, 15 to shoot, 8:20 to go. First half, Maddie Nally holds it on the right wing. Pritchett and Wilkes with some foul trouble sitting at the moment. Out top, Boyle can't shoot it. 4 seconds. Boyle has it taken away by the help defender. Bailey gonna have to throw it up, and it hits the side of the backboard. The shot clock will expire. Give Clarke credit defensively as they've been able to really stymie this Campbellsville offense. And Coach Ginger High-Colvin will give Sarah Sutton a breather. Maddie Boyle will check out as Kayla Luby and Elizabeth Bertram re-enter.
Well, when you got your two all-conference players in Wilkes and Pritchett on the bench, having to rely on some different types of lineups, it's a little different. But Campbellsville right now, you struggle to get a shot off there that last possession.
Mickles out front. Now on the wing, Culbertson splits defenders. Kicks, open shooter here is McDermott. That 3 is long, and it actually goes off a couple of hands out deep. It did not hit the rim. Merchman will have to heave one up, and that is no good as well. And Maddie Nally finally able to grab it. Some of these bounces are crazy now for Clarke. Pettigo inside. Luby goes to work. Off the window. Good for Kayla Luby, who falls down, and she appears to be okay.
I think their feet got a little tangled, but
Bertram going to be called for a block here. She tried to get over in front of Culbertson.
Bert just a half second too late there on the shift over to take that charge. But a great job by Kayla Luby down low on the post move. That no left hand hook.
28-20. Campbellsville trails by 8. Lady Tigers would like a stop here. Lee, Pettigo, Bertram, Nally, and Luby to 5 for Campbellsville. Mickles feeds one inside. Kelchin needs help. Ball deflected. Bertram has it as they try to take it away. Bert does a nice job being strong with the basketball. Pettigo now left side. Lee to Pettigo, and this pass is stolen. Kelchin came over the top and knocked it free. Actually, that is Hazy in there. She and Kelchin about the same height. One wears 12, one wears 22. Over the top, Mickles looking for Ubel. Catches, blocked by Nally. Nally tries to grab it, does. And we've got a whistle here that will go against Clarke.
Yeah, let's go, Maddie Nally. Don't be afraid to get in there and mix it up. Seen her being a little more assertive here these last 4 or 5 games, getting some great minutes here.
They get that on, is that on Hazy? I think they put that on 12, Hazy. I hate being on the opposite side when they give that signal. If you're straight line, can't see the official's hand. Right side, Nally has it on the dribble. Looking down low for Luby, not there. Still not there, and Ubel's going to kick it out of bounds. 20 on the shot clock here. That foul was on Hazy. Yep. That is her second. First in the period on Clarke. Lauren Lee will trigger it in. 6:23 to play in the first half. Campbellsville trailing by 8. Inside, Luby quickly. Now corner, Sutton, 3, strong. And the rebound to Clarke. This will be Culbertson the other way. Ubel working. Bouncing. Inside, they feed. That is Hazy. Gets 2 off the window. Nice offense by Clarke as they were able to break Campbellsville down, passing it in tight quarters. Lee spins. Needs some help here. She's picked up her dribble. Bertram flashes left side. Back to Lauren Lee. It's a 10-point Clarke advantage. Sutton, right side. Can't shoot it as McDermott closes in. Now Bertram will drive, and she is fouled. Oh. Throws one up. I think they would have counted that. It almost climbed up over the side of the rim. Foul will go against, I believe, number 5. That would be McDermott.
Second team foul here. Bertram going to the free throw line here tonight. Boy, she hit some big threes the other night against Arroyo. For about 3 minutes there in that third quarter or beginning of the fourth, she was the best player on the court and knocked down some timely threes and propelled us to that victory.
Southpaw Bertram hits the first free throw, back to a 9-point margin here. 30-21. Bertram will try again. And here, Benji, at Campbellsville, after the start that Clarke's had, if you can just get through, weather the storm now without Pritchett and Wills for a bit.
Keep this thing into single digits here.
About it.
Keep this thing into single digits here in the second quarter. Out of bounds, missed shot by Ubel there. Out of bounds to Campbellsville. So a chance here for Campbellsville to cut this thing to 6, possibly 5.
If you're listening to me, you can try to find the video. The NAIA has made the decision to move this to YouTube. I think it's on the NAIA's page. So those of you that are trying to follow this game on video and streaming, try to find that on YouTube. The NAIA was going to send out some links off their official pages. Pettigo bounces out top. Sutton, 3 on the way. Be there. Bang! Sarah Sutton and Edward Jones Ferry, and it's a 5-point ball game.
I tell you what, Sarah Sutton, she's lights out buckets majority of the time.
Inside, Merchman throws one. Oh my goodness gracious.
Wow. Kayla just needs to go ahead and fall down there.
If I had hair, I'd pull it out. Kayla Luby gets... Oh, man.
Go ahead and just take the charge there, Kayla. Now, I don't know, was she in the restricted area? I didn't look and see.
I guess it's possible, but Luby gets the contact. This will send Merchman to the free throw line. 88% on the season. Merchman, maybe the last Pride player that you want to send to the line. And this free throw is good. Again, they have 32-25 to score. That's a foul. No call. Oh, maybe got again there as that was Mickles pressuring Lee. They've moved this to YouTube. I'll try to keep you guys posted on that, but they've sent out some links so you can find the stream there. Bouncing high post. Luby hands it back to Pettigo. Now the Lady Tigers will set it up with 10 on the shot clock here. Bertram drives, throws one up. She's fouled again. So the Lady Tigers have gotten a little more aggressive on the dribble, and the young lady from Barron County High School, the all-time leading scorer for the Trojanettes, has made a real impact here. Bertram to the line. That foul there was on who, Benji?
That's a great question. I couldn't see it.
So Berg gets 2 more free throw tosses. This one a bit strong. That'll be the 3rd team foul on Clarke as Mickles assesses a personal. 1 more here for Bertram, and that one is good. She gets 1 of 2. 32-26 the score. 4:37 to play in the first half. Campbellsville trailed for a big portion of the game against Rio the other day. before coming back, claiming the lead and running away a bit late. Culbertson out front. Culbertson has a big Band-Aid under her chin. Did that happen in this game or previously? In the corner, Mickles. She'll drive, stopped inside just outside the paint. Now Mertzman will drive. Late on the shot clock, lost the handle. Ball's on the ground. Nally makes another play for the Lady Tigers as she has it. Culbertson will foul Lauren Lee 70 feet from the rim.
Well, that's a big foul right there against Clarke, because what that does now here, Matt, with 4 minutes, 9 seconds to go in this second quarter, that puts Campbellsville in the bonus. Now, they didn't shoot the ball good from the free throw line in the first half against Ryle, but that second half they were 20 of 23, 20 big points to finish out Ryle. So Campbellsville makes some free throws. It can kind of creep back into this thing, cut this lead almost in half.
32-26. Lauren Lee right wing to Boyle. Boyle working. Now dribble handoff with Lee. Lee wants to drive, stops at the elbow. Needs some help. Nally on the right side. Nally looking. Down low, Luby. Kicks it out. Lee with 10 to shoot. Drives in. Steps back. On the dribble. Shot in the paint. Too strong. Nally has it knocked away by Ubel. And it's going to be Lady Tiger basketball. They will keep it right here on that far end of the floor.
Nally was able to get in there and kind of disrupt that a little bit, put a little pressure on Clarke, and they were able to knock it out of bounds. Some solid minutes here from Natty Nolly.
Lauren Lee pitches it in. Boyle has it deflected. Wisely keeps the handle on it and kicks it out. Boyle inside to Luby. Working. Luby lost the handle. Needs help. Boyle with 10 to shoot. Still some time here. Boyle free throw line. Shot blocked by Kelchin. Maddie Boyle trying to make something happen. It's a 6-point Clarke advantage as they come to the front court. In the middle, McDermott. Now Peterson. Ubel on the right wing. Skips it. Far corner Mickles now down on the inline. Cut off is McDermott. Throws up a hanging shot. Late whistle. That's a tough finish by McDermott. The foul will go against Kayla Luby.
That is a late whistle from the trail official. The ball's in the post. That should be the lead official's call.
Campbellsville will send McDermott to the line for an and one opportunity. Luby will check out, so the Lady Tigers will go a bit smaller here in some ways, but Nally out there for Campbellsville. Luby and Wilkes each with 2 fouls. And they'll try to match up here down in the paint to make sure they can secure a potential missed free throw. 8 points the margin. Clarke the advantage. 3:06 to play here in the first half. This free throw from McDermott is good. Campbellsville the other way. Lady Tigers would like to keep this at about that 4, 5, 6 range.
Yep.
Sutton at the elbow. Back to Pettigo. Now Lee. Left side Bertram run off the spot. Now Nally. Sutton on around. This is Pettigo on the dribble. Pettigo needs some help as she's picked it up. Lee out. Bertram open. Fires a 3. That is no good. Lee fights her way in to grab the rebound. We'll go to the arrow, which will stay with Campbellsville. That is a terrific job by Lauren Lee. Flew in there out of nowhere.
Yeah, it's a big possession retained right there by Campbellsville. Lauren Lee, the littlest one on the court, gets in there and gets that jump ball. Good look by Bertram.
Here's the play they worked on that first day coming up right here. I just saw the play call. We'll see here. 22 or 23 should end up with this if it works to perfection. It did not, even though Bertram did have it, and Bird is tied up, and it'll go right back to Clarke here.
Well, you think about this, Matt. You've got Wilkes and Pritchett have played maybe 5 minutes max.
Yeah,
just keep this thing close. Give them a chance. They're, we're a little different team when they're in there because they've got to keep an eye on them, and that'll open it up from the perimeter.
Peterson on the dribble up top. Has Mickles. Wants something down low, not there. McDermott is open for 3. That is long. Rebound chased down by Lauren Lee. The Lady Tigers sprint ahead the other way. Lee out to the trailer Bertram. Bertram picks it up. Nally wants an entry to Luby. Can't get it to her. Lee has it on the dribble. Right side. Some contact. Throws up a shot. No good. Nally the rebound. Steps through. Put back good for Maddie Nally. Have yourself an afternoon, young lady. I'm telling you what. Yeah,
we need this from Maddie Nally. Good job to get the offensive board and put back.
Peterson has Ubel wide open. Won't shoot it. Inside McDermott cuts. She needs help. Finds Mickles. Nally closes in. Back to McDermott in the corner. McDermott finds Kelchin. Cutting. Nichols. Short shot off the window. Good for Nichols. 37-28 the count. Clarke the advantage. Pettigo. Corner Nally. Back to Bailey out front. Pettigo bounces this ball. Kicked by Nichols with 1:21 on the game clock. First half, Campbellsville trails by 9. Again, Wilkes and Pritchett have sat for the biggest portion of this first half. 2 fouls apiece. Campbellsville will inbound right in front of the end of the coach's end of the Clarke bench. Pettigo calls out the play. 14 to shoot. Pettigo can't hand it to Sutton. She's still on the dribble. 10 seconds. Pressured a bit. Pettigo into the middle for Luby. Deflected. Out to Bertram. 2 seconds. And Bertram going to be called for steps as the Lady Tigers were a bit out of sorts trying to find a shot late there.
Yeah, and it's, once again, you got, I'm not trying to make any excuses here, but you got some players that are playing a little different positions here, with Wilkes and Pritchett on the bench.
Out top, Nichols. Pettigo closes in. Down low, Kelchin works against Luby. Nally digs, forces her to give it up. McDermott nearly lost the handle. Merchman has it deflected, but Nichols able to catch it. Back to Merchman. Left side, 3 on the way. Good for Maya Merchman. And it's a 40-28 ball game. Campbellsville will come to the other end. 33 seconds or so remaining in this first half. Pettigo hands it to Burt. Back and forth here. Sutton to Bertram. 3 on the way. That is no good. She shot that over the screen from Luby. The other way, Peterson gets free. 13 seconds. McDermott can't shoot it. Here, driving left side. Now out to Merchman again. Nally on her. 5 seconds. Campbellsville needs a stop here late. Nichols to Peterson. That's a long 2. Is she on the line? They're going to review that. I think they're going to review that as she hit the shot. 43-28 the score. Clarke the advantage. They lead by 15 as it stands, but they are going to review the final shot there as Campbellsville will go to the locker room trailing. It looked like the foot was on the line, and they will take a look here. And they're gonna run the last play here for the folks, the officials here, to check and see if that was a 3. And they've got some issues here, so we'll step away as we've reached the halftime intermission. The Lady Tigers trail at the break. You're following the Lady Tigers on the Campbellsville University Sports Network.
With more than 80 majors and certifications, Campbellsville University offers students an affordable higher education in a Christian setting. Located in the heart of Kentucky, Campbellsville University boasts 8 regional centers across the Commonwealth. Our 13-to-1 student-professor ratio provides a small classroom environment, allowing professors to work closely with the students. To schedule a visit or apply, go online to campbellsville.edu. Come find your calling at Campbellsville University.
Today's coverage of Tiger Athletics has been made possible by Taylor County Bank. Online banking options and 3 community locations are designed to better serve you. Taylor County Bank, Taylor County's only locally owned bank.
This portion of our Tiger basketball broadcast has been funded by Taylor County Farm Bureau Agency Manager Darren Price. Local agents, local service. Best of luck, Tigers, from Taylor County Farm Bureau Agency Manager Darren Price.
Visit chiropractic.campbellsville.edu to discover the steps in becoming a chiropractor. Ready to jumpstart your healthcare career? Become part of the next generation of chiropractors at CU. Campbellsville University's Doctor of Chiropractic program offers hands-on training from experienced professionals and gives you the business foundation you need to succeed. Visit chiropractic.campbellsville.edu for more information.
Tiger sports fans, tickets for your favorite in-season Tiger teams are on sale now. On the field or in the gymnasium, Campbellsville University gladly welcomes you. As a reminder for your game day visit, the H&W Sports Shop has all the latest CU apparel. Look for the tickets tab at campbellsvilletigers.com and secure your seat today.
Coverage of Lady Tiger basketball continues on the Keltner Contracting Halftime Report.
Halftime in Sioux City, the Lady Tigers trailing Clarke here. Campbellsville down by 14. It is a 42-28 score. They'll have to check that, correct that on the stat page here, Benji. They got it showing 43-28. It is 42-28 the score, as that final shot of the period was changed to a long two that was made. I missed the young lady that
was
hit that shot.
22? I mean, 20. No,
Peterson
12.
3. Is that what they got? Peterson? Yeah, Peterson is what they have listed here. 3. Izzy Peterson making that final buzzer-beating shot there for Clarke to make it a 14-point margin here at halftime, 42-28. In the first game, Central Methodist trailed by 8 at halftime, came back to knock off Marion, so you're hoping for more of the same. All of you Lady Tiger fans, of course, that are listening. The Lady Tigers in the first half shoot at just 30% from the floor. They were 8 of 26. Campbellsville was 4 of 12 from long range, 33%. Each team 4 of 12 from deep. Campbellsville 88.9% from the free throw line. They were 8 of 9. For Clarke, 53% overall from the field. They were 17 of 32. The Pride, again, as I mentioned, 33% from deep, 83% at the stripe, 5 of 6. Campbellsville led in scoring by Elizabeth Bertram and Sarah Sutton, 6 points each for those two young ladies. Sutton with a couple of made Edward Jones threes there in the first half. Elizabeth Bertram, 6 points. She was 1 of 3 from the field, knocked in an Edward Jones 3 as well. Campbellsville got 4 from Kayla Luby off the bench. Luby chipping in a couple of rebounds. Maddie Nally, 2 points, 3 rebounds, 2 blocks, and a steal in the first half. She was really good for the Lady Tigers. So the bench there carrying a big part of the load for Campbellsville early. The Lady Tigers got 3 from Courtney Pritchett. She started the scoring for Campbellsville. It was a 10-0 start for Clarke. Pritchett sank an Edward Jones 3 there, finishing without a rebound, just 1 assist in 8 minutes, nearly 9 minutes of play, thanks to the foul troubles. Caitlin Wilkes with 3 points as well. She had an and 1 trip. Wilkes played just 4 minutes. Bailey Pettigo was scoreless. Lauren Lee and Maddie Boyle, 2 points each. Lee did have 3 assists. So you look for Campbellsville. It really wasn't that they played poorly in the first half. They were a little out of sync, Benji, but you credit Clarke for some of the shots that they made, and the Lady Tigers doing it with maybe without their 2 most important pieces.
Yeah, the start that Clarke had, 10-0, I mean, that's just come out and punch you right in the mouth. Now, Campbellsville was able to kind of buckle down and get that thing back to, I think, a 2-possession game. But then there at the end, Clarke just kind of went on a run. Now, 15, is it insurmountable to overcome? No, it's not. We've seen this team get hot on so many occasions now. Obviously, I don't know if we anticipated them coming out in a zone, and there for first 2 or 3 possessions, we just really didn't get some good looks, and they made baskets on the other end. So now coming here in the second half, I mean, you had Pritchett and Wilkes. Pritchett played 8 minutes, Wilkes played 4. Campbellsville's a different team when they're in there, because you've got to guard them differently, and what that does is that opens actually up the perimeter more for our guards. So we'll make some adjustments. We're going to make a run on them. You're not going to get this all in one possession. So let's just, let's set a goal here. We want to be at this point by the 5-minute mark. We want to be at this point by the end of the third quarter, and slowly cut into this lead like we saw Central Methodist do that against Marion, and ultimately won the game. So
for Clarke, they are led in scoring by Taylor Haase off the bench, 9 points. They got 7 off the sideline from Maya Merchman, so their bench play really good as well. 7 each for Nicole McDermott and Gianna Mickles out of the starting lineup. 6 points for Tina Ubel. The Pride, let's see here, Skylar Culbertson had 4 and then 2 points. That's why I was trying to do the math there. Peterson had that shot at the end. They've got it listed as a 3. It was a 2. So Izzy Peterson will have 2 points. Emma Kelchin was scoreless in 14 minutes of play there in the first half for Clarke. They were led in rebounding by Culbertson and McDermott. Actually, Kelchin had 5 rebounds to lead the way for Clarke in the first half. Campbellsville out-rebounded 18-12. The Lady Tigers was 7 on the defensive end, 12 for Clarke, and that's to be expected a bit as the Lady Tigers did not shoot it well overall in the first frame. Campbellsville with 5 offensive rebounds, 6 for the Pride. Lady Tigers finished with 6 assists, 9 turnovers, and 5 steals. 10 assists, 6 turnovers, and 6 steals for Clarke. Those numbers really need to be the opposite way in the second half for the Lady Tigers. One thing that they do so well is share the basketball. They just couldn't get that done there in the first frame, and Clarke able to take care of it. Just 6 turnovers. They average about 15 a game on the year. The enhanced scoring here, I'll have to go to the computer for that, as those aren't on the sheet. How about these officials? Jessica, and last name is, well, his last name is Jesse.
Well, there you go.
It's kind of wild. The enhanced scoring here, we'll try to pull that up quickly as we get set for our extended timeout here. Off turnovers, 11-5 in favor of Clarke. Second chance points, 4-2 in favor of the Lady Tigers. In the paint, 16-6 in favor of Clarke. And that's where we stand here at halftime. The Pride with the advantage. They led the entire way. Their largest lead was 15. It is 14 as we speak. And actually, no, I guess 14 would be their largest lead because that shot at the buzzer is what they're tracking there. So it was actually 14 points would be their largest advantage. We'll step away here at extended break, come back and get you second half action. You're following the Lady Tigers on the Campbellsville University Sports Network.
The call of today's Sportscast has been made possible by CPR Cell Phone Repair. Boasting a selection of pre-owned phones, tablets, and more, CPR is not just an electronics repair shop. CPR Cell Phone Repair on the web at cellphonerepair.com.
A gift from Campbellsville Baptist Church has made this broadcast possible. Sunday school starts at 9:15. Worship service starts at 10:30. On the web at campbellsvillebaptistchurch.com.
Champions of Character connects communities and the NAIA championships across the United States. All 26-plus NAIA championship student athletes participate in a Teaming Up for Character activity. These activities are geared toward local communities' youth in schools and community centers. They are an integral part of every NAIA championship annually, impacting more than 25,000 individuals. For more information on character-driven collegiate athletics, head to naia.org/character.
Citizens Bank and Trust has provided funding to make today's Sportscast possible. The CVTKY mobile app can be found in the App Store or Google Play. Citizens Bank and Trust says go Tigers. Member FDIC.
We acknowledge Keltner Contracting for their continued support of Tiger Athletics. Featuring Tempstar heating and cooling products, Keltner Contracting proudly offers free estimates on new systems. On the web at keltnercontracting.com.
Tiger sports fans, tickets for your favorite in-season Tiger teams are on sale now. On the field or in the gymnasium, Campbellsville University gladly welcomes you. As a reminder for your game day visit, the H&W Sports Shop has all the latest CU apparel. Look for the tickets tab at campbellsvilletigers.com and secure your seat today.
Today's coverage of Tiger Athletics has been made possible by Taylor County Bank. Online banking options and 3 community locations are designed to better serve you. Taylor County Bank, Taylor County's only locally owned bank.
This portion of our Tiger basketball broadcast has been funded by Taylor County Farm Bureau Agency Manager Darren Price. Local agents, local service. Best of luck, Tigers, from Taylor County Farm Bureau Agency Manager Darren Price.
The National Association of Intercollegiate Athletics is home to over 65,000 student athletes in 250 colleges and universities. The NAIA hosts over 25 championships across North America. Our 21 conferences give out $600 million in athletic scholarships annually. The NAIA prides itself on character-driven athletics. Learn how you can become a part of the NAIA by visiting NAIA.org.
I'll never forget the day I decided to go out for the football team. Mr. Banks, the JV football coach and my history teacher, asked me to stay after class. I thought I was in trouble. He said, "Hey, Darius, have you thought about going out for football? I think you'd be great." Fact is, I never played football. Fact is, I never had anyone tell me I'd be great at something. So, with no experience at all, I signed up. And a week later, I padded up and was running drills on the field. I never was great, but playing high school sports was one of the greatest experiences of my life. I was accepted by my teammates. And I learned that when someone believes in you, you can believe in yourself.
Encourage a student you know to take part in a high school sport. This message presented by the KHSAA and the Kentucky High School Athletic Directors Association.
Pursue a diverse and rewarding career through Campbellsville University's School of Mass Communication. Offering courses in film, journalism, broadcasting, and public relations, CU's Mass Communication program provides a diverse and unique experience for each student. At Campbellsville University's dedicated Mass Communication Center, produce, record, and edit programs for radio and TV. With state-of-the-art technology, equipment, and multiple studios, CU's new facility provides a professional environment for students to grow their knowledge with hands-on experience. In front of or behind the camera, our expanded course options will help you find your calling at Campbellsville University's School of Mass Communication. For more information, contact us at 270-789-5210 or visit us online at campbellsville.edu. Press play on your career with a mass communication degree at Campbellsville University.
Visit chiropractic.campbellsville.edu to discover the steps in becoming a chiropractor. Ready to jumpstart your healthcare career? Become part of the next generation of chiropractors at CU. Campbellsville University's Doctor of Chiropractic program offers hands-on training from experienced professionals and gives you the business foundation you need to succeed. Visit chiropractic.campbellsville.edu for more information.
With more than 80 majors and certifications, Campbellsville University offers students an affordable higher education in a Christian setting. Located in the heart of Kentucky, Campbellsville University boasts 8 regional centers across the Commonwealth. Our 13-to-1 student-professor ratio provides a small classroom environment, allowing professors to work closely with the students. To schedule a visit or apply, go online to campbellsville.edu. Come find your calling at Campbellsville University.
Complete coverage of Lady Tiger basketball continues on the Campbellsville University Sports Network.
42-28 our score. The Lady Tigers back out on the floor, ready to get this second half underway as they trail by 14. A little work to do, Benji Kelly,
yes,
but they've got 20 minutes to do it.
Yeah, once again, there's a lot of basketball left. We've seen this Campbellsville team get on runs where they get hot. Your conference player of the year for the Mid-South Conference, Caitlin Wilkes, played 4 minutes. So getting her back in there, she's got fresh legs. Pritchett only played 8 minutes. So a lot of basketball left.
It'll be Lady Tiger ball here as Pettigo will pitch it in. Nichols will hang out with Lauren Lee in the backcourt. Thrivent starting 5 out there for Campbellsville. And here we go. They'll bounce it into Boyle. Trying to take Lee away, and now they get it to Lauren Lee. We'll set up first possession of the half for Campbellsville. Pritchett and Wilkes back in there, thankfully. Boyle down to the inline. Lee will drive, bounces. Wilkes to work. Left-hand shot is going to be no good. A little short there. Kelchum, a nice job defensively. Clarke the other way. Long pass, nearly a turnover it is. They save it. Campbell's with a chance at numbers as McDermott had to try to save that long pass in. Here is Pritchett working against Ubel. Now Lee to Boyle. They can't get it to Wilkes. Pettigo flashes. Now we're 13 on the shot clock. The Lady Tigers looking for points here. Pettigo waits, bounces to Pritchett. Pritchett going to drive at Ubel. Spins. Ubel cannot match the foot speed there. That leg will not let her cut. That is an isolation all day long.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But it may be the Pritchett-Wilkes throw here in the second half, especially if they stay man.
As soon as Pritchett spun back, Benji, Ubel pretty much stopped. Here is a 3 in the corner, and if Clarke's going to continue to shoot it like that, it might not matter. 3 knocked in by Culbertson, and it is a 15-point. Clarke, or did they call that a 2? Is that a 2?
It's a 2. Foot on the line.
They may come back and take a look at that. Pritchett, ball fake, leaves it with Lee. Right now, it's a 14-point game. Boyle to Lee. In the middle, calling for help. Maddie Boyle with 7 on the shot clock. Pritchett working. left side of the lane, in between defenders. Ball batted out long. Lee going to throw it back up. That was,
whoa,
and see,
come on, guys.
They let the shot clock sound. Lauren Lee pitched it up thinking she was trying to beat a buzzer. It should have been Lady Tiger ball with a new 20.
My
tough
goodness.
break. Here is Kelchin working against Wilkes. Shot too strong, no good. And they're going to call foul on the block out on Bailey Pettigo. So B picks up her first. 8 minutes even here in the third quarter. Jubal will have a baseline out of bounds opportunity for Clarke as she awaits the official to hand it in. Caitlin Wilkes tying the winkle picker. Jubal looking, still looking, bounces it into Kelchin, and now out Nichols. Here is Culbertson for three. That is good. My, oh my. Skylar Culbertson hits another 3-point field goal. 35% on the year, averaging just 6 points a game. Campbellsville trails by 17. Gonna have to get going awfully quickly here. 7:40 to go. Third quarter. Boyle has it back there. They get it to Wilkes. Cutting was Pettigo, and they throw it away. Campbellsville cannot afford the unforced errors and mental mistakes. Lauren Lee going to check out here as Elizabeth Bertram will re-enter for the Lady Tigers, 47-30. And this, unfortunately, Benji, you just can't help but to go here. This is where that game last season against Dorton starts to maybe
creeps in your mind. That's exactly right. Has a little reminiscent of that.
Completely different vibe in terms of how it's happened, but similar situation nonetheless. Kelchin going to take a three. That is long. Pettigo tries to grab the rebound, and I think they're going to, oh my, they called that on B. She's trying to fight off McDermott, who's ripping her the other way, and
unreal.
They get B for her second. I'm not sure about that one, Benji. Campbellsville will have to dig in on the defensive end as Jubal checks out. Clarke sends Merchman back in, who had a nice first half. Merchman works off the screen, thought about a three. Now into the corner, Culbertson open again, and that one no good. Pettigo able to track down the rebound for Campbellsville. Down 17. The Lady Tigers looking for offense. Pettigo bounces. Wilkes has it. Throws up a shot. That was deflected, but it goes through anyhow. Nice job, Kate.
Yeah, good job absorbing the contact there. Getting a nice little hook shot. We need her to get going here, Matt.
Stages, Benji, stages. You want to get down to, you be at that 7 range or so. Heading to the fourth. Jumper in the lane. Well, floater for McDermott is good.
Well, we can't be just matching basket for basket. We've got to get some stops.
Boyle on the far wing. Pettigo between the circles on the dribble. Lady Tigers motioning this offense. Out top, Pettigo again. In some traffic, goes up, right-handed lay-in, little scoop shot is good.
Yeah, kind of the lane parted there, and Bailey read it and was able to penetrate right down the middle. Now let's get a stop here, Lady Tigers.
49-34. Clarke the advantage. Merchman going to drive. It's blocked by Pritchett. Wilkes grabs it, and Kelchin going to go down. They're going to call.
Oh, come on.
My goodness, they're going to get Wilkes as she swung the elbow. Kelchin was darn near wearing the same uniform Wilkes had on at that point. I get swinging the elbow, but when you're laying on them out of bounds almost. Kelchin forces, actually Kelchin's going to check out. I thought that was, we would see Wilkes check out. 49-34, so Campbellsville got the stop that they needed there, and the whistle gives it back to Clarke. Flashing in the middle is Haase, throws one up, no good. Bertram, the rebound. She's fouled by, this is laughable right now, folks. McDermott wiped the arm of Bertram there. 49-34, and when you're down 15, you need a little bit of help here. Bailey Pettigo orchestrating this offense for the Lady Tigers. Still a long way to go. Campbellsville certainly explosive. Back door, they've got Pettigo. She's fouled.
They called a foul.
And this will go against Merchman. And it'll send Bailey Pettigo to the free throw line. No need to apologize. 5:37 to play in the third quarter. Coach Courtney Boyd wants a timeout for Clarke. And Coach Ginger High Colvin is not happy.
Well, she shouldn't be.
As one would expect. 49-34, 5:37 to play in the third. The Lady Tigers trail in the NAIA quarterfinals. We'll be right back here on the Campbellsville University Sports Network.
The call of today's sportscast has been made possible by CPR Cell Phone Repair. Boasting a selection of pre-owned phones, tablets, and more, CPR is not just an electronics repair shop. CPR Cell Phone Repair on the web at cellphonerepair.com.
A gift from Campbellsville Baptist Church has made this broadcast possible. Sunday school starts at 9:15. Worship service starts at 10:30. On the web at campbellsvillebaptistchurch.com.
Complete coverage of Lady Tiger basketball continues on the Campbellsville University Sports Network.
Bailey Pettigo at the free throw line as we return here to the Tyson Events Center in Sioux City, Iowa. 49-35 the score as Pettigo hits the first. She needs another here. These are going to be important all the way through as the Lady Tigers try to battle back. That one no good. It remains a 14-point game, 49-35. Peterson, the basketball for Clarke. Merchman hands it off to Nichols. Now in the corner, McDermott down the inline, throws one up too far underneath. Pettigo grabs the rebound. Another stop for Campbellsville. Pettigo looking for some help now as she circles back. Pritchett will call for Pettigo to come grab it. Closing in on the 5-minute mark, third quarter. Pritchett holds. Wilkes open out top. Won't shoot it as Hazy is there. Now Bertram comes through, steps through. Shot is knocked away by Merchman, and Pettigo trying to get back down the court. Runs into Merchman, who was trying to get around Bertram, who had fallen down. 4 on the Lady Tigers, 3 on Bailey Pettigo. So some changes here for Clarke. Clarke's going to get the most obnoxious fan award as well.
Oh, yeah, I've already gotten text about it.
That guy is ridiculous. That is juvenile stuff. 49-35.
Act like you've been here.
They haven't. This is their first trip ever. Inside, Hazy's shot, no good. Wilkes slots it away. She was trying to grab the rebound, almost knocked it back towards Clarke, but Maddie Boyle there. Boyle leaves it with Pritchett. 49-35 the score. Pettigo, far side, dribbling deep down. They're wanting Wilkes. Ball kicked by Merchman with 14 on the shot clock, so Campbellsville will inherit an extra 6 seconds to work with. 4:18 to play in the period. Waiting for a barrage from the Lady Tigers. Pettigo to inbound underneath. Looking for Wilkes. Has her, catches off the window, and one for Caitlin Wilkes. Hazy will pick up her third.
Goodness.
That is some beautiful basketball.
Well, it is.
Inbound set.
Well, you know, as we said earlier, that it was out of bounds sets that Campbellsville runs. They a lot of times get some really good looks. 5 of 6 yesterday. I think they put that play in here once they got out to Iowa. So Wilkes a chance here to go to the free throw line to get this thing down to 11 points.
Wilkes free throw on the way. Good.
You got a feeling if Campbellsville can get this thing down to single digits here by the end of the quarter, Matt, you know, at least you're giving yourself a fighting chance.
Merchman right side. We got a whistle away from the basketball against, well, it's going to be Pritchett or Wilkes one. It'll be the third on somebody.
Wow. 5-1.
So they get Pritchett there.
We got a trigger happy over there.
5 on Pritchett? Lady Tigers as a team. That was the third on Pritchett. It will be Ubel at the free throw line. This one is good for Tina Ubel. 73% on the season, averaging 13 points a game. Their leading scorer. 50-38. Ubel with one more, and that one is good as well. She's had a big tournament thus far, despite injuring that leg on Monday evening. Lauren Lee gives it to Bertram. She circles left side, stopping, shot on the way, too strong for Bertram, and the rebound taken in by Kelchin. Here comes Clarke once again. 51-38. 3:45 to play in the third quarter. Campbellsville down by 13. You know, in some ways, Benji, it almost feels like this would be a bigger deficit.
Well, it does feel like
shot
it.
by Kelton, rebound to Campbellsville.
Yeah, it does feel like it is 14 at the half, and the way they've been.
And they get Kelton here as she was holding Wilkes, I believe, or pushing her out. That'll be the second on Kelton. And Campbellsville will trigger it in. It's Lauren Lee looking. They'll pitch it in deep here to Nally. Lee will come back to grab it. They want Wilkes, so she's trying to post up. Nally out top now. Hands it to Pritchett. Pritchett on the dribble. Spins, working. Pritchett wants Wilkes. Has her in the middle.
It's a flop.
And we're going to have a tie ball called. The arrow goes to Clarke. And they don't call that anymore. They put that as a point of emphasis for a little bit, and then they basically quit calling that flop. Kelton tried to take the charge. Help defender reached in and tied it up. Pritchett was too far down in as she tried to get it to Wilkes, and her defender kind of sagged off, was able to lock it up. 51-38, Clarke the advantage. 3:10 to go as Culbertson brings it ahead. McDermott deep out on the right wing. Mickles out on the wing again. Mickles has it. Kelton screens off. Luby shot no good. Kelton's put back. Late whistle. Campbellsville almost was ready to dribble to come back down the court, and then you get the foul. This, I believe, will go against Kayla Luby. That's her third. And it will send Kelton to the free throw line. 78% on the year. 51-38. 2:55 to play in the third quarter. Free throw here is good for Kelton. Back to a 14-point margin, so Campbellsville's not been able to trim any off thus far. And this free throw is good as well. 15 points the margin. Need Edward Jones to get generous here and in a hurry.
We need something good to happen here, Matt. It seems to be all Clarke here.
Lee working. Bounces to Pritchett. Pritchett thought about it. Now dumps it further down into Luby and maybe trying to force feed a bit too much. Long pass from Mickles, who catches and retreats out. Two defenders there. And do they call a timeout or
timeout, Clarke?
So Coach Boyd saw that coming and quickly called a timeout as Boyle and Lee had Mickles deep in the far corner, at least on opposite of Benji and I here. And a 30-second timeout taken by the Pride. 53-38 the score. It is a 15-point Clarke advantage with 2:32 to play. And waiting for this Lady Tiger run, Benji, I'll be honest, I'm not even super nervous yet. I still feel good about this for whatever reason. The whistle certainly has not been super kind to Campbellsville in terms of they've all went against the same players, it feels like. It's not really been spread out at all, and that has hurt Campbellsville mightily. But got to start to make some inroads.
Yeah, you
soon.
do. You do. I mean, you're down to 12 and a half minutes left, and the clock is kind of a little bit of your enemy here. So you got to start making a run.
Pitch it out here to Culbertson. Culbertson on the dribble, working against Lauren Lee. Out top,
it's a walk.
Ubel has it knocked away, gets it back, throws it up. Kelton the rebound and one.
Yeah.
And they're going to get
Maddie Boyle, looks like.
Boyle or Nally. He had 5 fingers up or 4. I couldn't do one of Boyle or Nally down in there as Kelton will go to the free throw line. It did look like Ubel walked out front. That was not called. And she missed the shot. Kelton, I don't know. I'd love to go back and look at that. Was she over the back of somebody?
No, I think it was clear, yeah.
Okay. Sometimes you see the bodies all together. And the foul on Campbellsville was on Maddie Boyle. That's her first. Free throw was good, and it is a 56-38 score. 2:19 to go. Clarke, to their credit, has done a really good job defensively here this afternoon.
What are we stopped here for?
I think Culbertson is bleeding again
from
the chin. I don't know if that happened in this game or if it was prior to, they got her a little Band-Aid out there. And back to work now are the Lady Tigers. Lee, Nally.
Corner.
Now corner. There's Sutton. 3 on the way. That is no good. Rebound taken in by Culbertson. The long board kind of climbed away from 2 Lady Tigers right to Culbertson. Nichols left side. Run off the spot by Nally. Drives in. Little scoop shot. No good. Kelchin is fouled by Kayla Luby, and she is now at risk as she picks up her 4th with 1:53 to play in the third quarter. 56-38.
And this is the strength of this Clarke team, rebounding offensive boards, and they're in the first half, I believe. They had 6 offensive boards here in the second half, already with 6.
So Kelchin to the line, a chance to give Clarke a 20-point advantage. These, at least to this point, these Iowa teams have been the kryptonite of the Lady Tigers here. 57-38, the Heart of America Conference. Just under 12 minutes away from putting 2 teams in the Fab 4. 58-38 after the 2 free throws. Left side, Bertram. Inside, Wilkes. Working, block. Gets it right back. Goes back up with it. That no good. Pritchett is going to be tied up, and the arrow will go to Campbellsville. Clarke almost at times feels like they've got 6 defenders out there.
Their intensity has just been at top level from the get-go, and Campbellsville just hasn't really matched that at times. Now, at times they have, but Clarke has just been consistent, all hands moving, and you got to credit them. They're mixing up their defense.
Boyle in the corner, out of bounds play almost to perfection as the shot just caroms off. Long pass for Merchman. Will wisely slow down a bit and go back to Culbertson. Left side, Nichols. Less than 90 seconds to play in the period. Boyle takes it away. Here comes Lauren Lee. 1-on-2. Lee drives in, steps through, up off the iron. No good. Pritchett grabs it, and Courtney comes down with it and gets tied up back to the arrow, and this time it'll go to Clarke. No, he called a foul.
He did call a foul.
Oh, well. All right. This one will go against McDermott. That is 2 on McDermott, 4 on Clarke.
Campbellsville just missing easy shots here, Matt. Can't do it against this team.
Lee inside, wanted Bertram too far. Here comes Culbertson, who has a run out. Maddie Boyle tries to get in, can't get there in time, and a lay-in, and Clarke leads by 22. Going to make this comeback all the more impressive. Far side, Bertram. Out top, Boyle. 3 on the way. Bang! Maddie Boyle barely touched nylon on that 3-point attempt, and perhaps that'll get this Lady Tiger team going.
That is a most desperate needed 3 right there for this Lady Tiger team. Their first 3 here in the afternoon, or in the second half.
60-41. Culbertson. Out top. McDermott gets around Bertram. Jumper at the free throw line. Short. Rebound. Wilkes grabs it as Boyle falls down. Here comes Pritchett now. 30 seconds to play in the period. Campbellsville love to get a make here. Boyle hands it to Bertram, and they're going to call Boyle, who comes through on the moving screen. Boyle handed it off. The momentum carried her on, and a little contact with the defender. Here's a turnover. That's not the last thing the Lady Tigers needed there. So Campbellsville will try to come up with a stop here. Down to 15 seconds in the period, trailing by 19 points. Culbertson out top to Kelchin. Now Mickles working. They do a nice job working under the screen. That's a terrible call. These guys are flipping points, and it's a one double-sided point, I'm afraid. Benji, I'm all for getting beat, and the Lady Tigers have certainly been outplayed.
They have.
Some of these whistles are
well,
atrocious.
And that's not the, that, like you said, that is not it's not the reason we got beat, but it's preventing us from making a run. When you make a call like that, and then you had call one against Wilkes when she was basically mauled down there. I mean, it's just
1.4 seconds. Pritchett will just catch, and that's where the third quarter will come to a close. The Lady Tigers going to have to pull out a miraculous upset, and Ginger High Coleman getting her 2 cents here as the same, she's talking to that official that made that call as, again, Campbellsville trails by 21 going to the fourth quarter. You're following the Lady Tigers on the Campbellsville University Sports Network.
With more than 80 majors and certifications, Campbellsville University offers students an affordable higher education in a Christian setting. Located in the heart of Kentucky, Campbellsville University boasts 8 regional centers across the Commonwealth. Our 13-to-1 student-professor ratio provides a small classroom environment, allowing professors to work closely with the students. To schedule a visit or apply, go online to campbellsville.edu. Come find your calling at Campbellsville University.
Thanks for following Lady Tiger basketball. Now let's get you back to the action on the Campbellsville University Sports Network.
62-41, the Lady Tigers trail Clarke here in Sioux City, Iowa. Matt Payton, Benji Kelly with you. And the first time this Lady Tiger team ever went to a Fab 4, they had to play a little come-from-behind basketball to knock off Bethel. Now that lead was a little smaller and there was a little more time on the clock, but the Lady Tigers will need to have more of the same magic if they want to continue their season on Friday evening. 62-41 Clarke basketball as we begin the fourth quarter. Clarke has never been to a Fab 4. This is their first ever quarterfinal appearance. Hubel to McDermott, who drives in. Nichols back left side on the wing. That is Culbertson. And now open shooter is Kelchin. That is good.
Well, you got to tip your hat. This Clarke team has shot the ball extremely well tonight, Matt. Very timely three-point shooting, and Campbellsville just could not get going off that early start.
Hubel kicks this one. Freed Hardiman almost knocked this Clarke team off. A chance to advance to Sioux City in the round there of 32, that second round game. Freed Hardiman had them tied up at 53 all. And Clarke able to pull away late. Campbellsville on the offensive end. Bertram is tripped here. She steps through some defenders. And this, I believe, will send Bertram to the free throw line as that foul will go against Culbertson. 65-41. Bertram to the line here. And this free throw no good. One more coming for Elizabeth Bertram. Yeah, this free throw good for Bertram. 65-42. Hubel to inbound. Campbellsville will pressure a bit full court here. Culbertson able to get between defenders, bounces. Kelchin, it looked like almost had a wide open lay-in, didn't take it. Back out to McDermott, works around Bertram. Nearly misplayed, but Nichols there to pick it up. 15 on the shot clock, just over 9 minutes to go. Left side, and now down low, we've got a whistle away from the basketball. As I believe they're going to get Maddie Nally. First on Maddie Nally, the first on the Lady Tigers. 65-42 remains the score. Culbertson to inbound. Nichols, inline jumper, that is no good. Nice block out by Pritchett and Nally both. Nally claims it. Pettigo the other way. Pettigo driving in. Now circles back out. Pritchett wants Wilkes. She'll work at Hubel. Stops, steps through there. Shot no good. Nally the rebound goes back up. That is short. Pettigo there. And she gets the putback finally for the Lady Tigers. Campbellsville again will pick up a bit of pressure here.
Way to stay with it there. Lady Tigers get an offensive board.
Culbertson. Out top on the dribble. Bertram defending. Culbertson trying to work free of Bertram. Hubel, 12 on the shot clock. Now Kelchin. Here's McDermott, entry, and we've got a whistle here. And what do we got? Steps? No. Foul on Hubel, an offensive foul, and that is Maybe too little too late.
Too little
Thanks
too
for
late.
Getting there eventually. 8:12 to play, Campbellsville. They'll try to mount this comeback as they send Boyle and Sutton in there. I believe Lauren Lee returning as well here. Wilkes and Pritchett remain on the court. Boyle holds it left wing, bounces out top. Pritchett takes the long jumper. That is strong. Rebound taken in by Kelchin. 65-44. Culbertson across the timeline, nearly lost the handle. Able to get it out now to McDermott. And here is Ubel. Ball fake, drives, jumper. That is short for Ubel. Two Clarke players knock it away from one another, and Maddie Boyle collects it. Boyle out top, Trailer Wilkes, three on the way. That is no good. Pritchett the rebound, and she's fouled underneath.
Good job by Courtney to get in there and get that offensive board.
That's going to be on Culbertson, her fourth. 3 in the period on Clarke. 7:31 to go. 65-44. Campbellsville just not gotten any offensive rhythm today. 2 shots coming here for Courtney Pritchett. Free throw here is good. Nally and Wilkes in there. Boyle and Lee on the court. Changes coming for Campbellsville. Pritchett already had the basketball as they blew that dead. And free throw here for Pritchett on the way. That one is good. Pettigo will check in for Courtney Pritchett. Elizabeth Bertram back in for Maddie Boyle. And again, the Lady Tigers will pressure defensively here, see if they can turn this Clarke team over. This is what Lewis Clarke did late in that game when it appeared to be over. And they got back close, about 12 points or so. Left side on the handoff. Nichols now to Haase. Looking down inside. Haase wants to drive. Bertram knocked it away. Campbellsville gets a turnover. Nally picked it up. Here comes Pettigo. Trailer, Pritchett. Now Lee open. She'll deck it. Drive in. Bump. And a blocking foul called on Haase.
Good job. I thought Lee was going to pull the trigger there on the 3, but like she always does a ball fake and gets down in there and draws the foul.
Kelchin will re-enter for Clarke. Lauren Lee to the free throw line for the Lady Tigers. Pritchett, Nally, Bertram, and Pettigo out there for Campbellsville. Lee with 2 shots. This first one is hard. 65-46, 7:01 to go. Second free throw for Lee. That one is good. 65-47. Pitch it in. And here a pass. Nice touch pass ahead. McDermott finds Merchman down in the corner now. Nichols. And hand it off. This is Peterson. Out top, Kelchin. Merchman between the circles. Right side, McDermott. Over the top, looking for Kelchin. Goes up the shot off the window. Good.
That's just got to tip your hat there.
Nally the other way. They beat Clarke on the run out. And Kelchin comes down and fouls Nally. Kelchin's third. Maddie Nally will go to the line for Campbellsville. So Campbellsville able to get the ball down the court quickly, but Kelchin with a difficult finish down low earlier. Free throw for Nally is strong. Lady Tigers have not helped themselves at the free throw line here in this second half.
It's been a little bit of kryptonite for them during the season. Have not shot the ball well from the free throw line.
Nally gets 1 of 2. Back to a 19-point margin. Merchman pitches it in to McDermott. Quickly, Peterson. Pettigo read it, picked it off. Bailey steps in, and we'll go to the arrow as that'll go back to, or stay with Campbellsville, I should say. So the defense leads to a turnover there. 6:24 to go. 67-48. Kelchin coming down. I don't know if she checked back in or was confused on where the ball was. Here comes Pettigo. Bounces to Lee. Bertram steps right, 3 on the way. That is short and out of bounds. And just a microcosm of the day for the Lady Tigers.
And you got to, once again, you got to tip your hat to Clarke. They have defended us extremely well. They came out zone. We weren't ready for that. Next thing you know, they're up 10-0. Then they've been switching their.
Lee going to try to race this down, and she took it away, but they're looking for help. I think they're going to go jump.
It's a right call.
So they're going to go jump. And the arrow on the jump ball goes to Clarke. I thought Lauren tried to throw it back in. Oh. Quickly ahead. Merchman open, has a lane, leaves it up for Kelchin, who hesitates and missed the shot. And she's fouled on the second chance here. And that may be it for Bailey Pettigo if that's where they go. It is. So B's day will come to a close here for the Lady Tigers. The Clarke Pride will send Kelchin to the free throw line. 67-48. Kelchin, the leading scorer for Clarke today with 12 points, right at her season average. Pettigo fouling out with 5 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists. Both free throws good. 6:01 to play in the basketball game. Clarke leads by 21, 69-48. A 30-second timeout taken here. And Campbellsville, Benji running out of chances. Yeah, it's getting the Dire Straits territory.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen it done before, but it's rarely done. Campbellsville needs to have no empty possessions, and they've got to get some stops on the defensive end. And when they do get to the free throw line, the 1 of 2 is not going to get it done. Campbellsville's only hit 1 3-pointer here this second half, so Clarke has made some adjustments and kind of got out there a little further on the defensive end and just not allowed us to get those open looks like we did there in the first half.
69-48, Campbellsville trails. Lady Tiger basketball. Sutton will bounce it into Lauren Lee. Lee comes ahead. Boyle at the elbow. Back to Lee. Now Sutton can't shoot it. Lee working against Mickles. Driving, nearly lost the handle. Bertram in the corner. Behind the back. Needs help. Wants Wilkes. Has her. Wilkes goes quickly. Kelchin able to read it and block the shot. The other way, it is Peterson. Into the corner, Merschman. Back to McDermott with 5.5 to go. Inside, and McDermott is fouled.
Same play on this other end.
And that will go against Lauren Lee, her first. Luby will check back in for Caitlin Wilkes. 69-48 the score. Campbellsville knocked off Rio on Monday. Clarke got the win over Lewis Clark State, and here today they have been the better team. Free throw here as McDermott gets both. 71-48 the score. Campbellsville has just not been able to muster consistent offense this afternoon. Off the screen, Bertram driving in against Kelchin, throws one up, no good. Luby tapped it but couldn't control it. And the other way, Nichols out top. Peterson drives in. Floater with the left hand, strong. Luby the rebound. Will go back to the arrow once again. It favors Campbellsville. And with 5:01 to play, Courtney Pritchett will check in for the Lady Tigers. Campbellsville will go smaller here. Lee, Sutton, Bertram, Pritchett, and Boyle the 5. Lee bounces to Pritchett. Lee gets it back. There's Boyle out top. Can't shoot it as Nichols closes in. Now Boyle will take the pull-up. Strong. Long rebound is raced down by Peterson. And here comes Ubel. I am stunned Ubel is out there on the floor right now.
I am too.
That is wild to me. Here is three on the far side. Strong by Peterson. Boyle works around Lindauer, who checked in. Here's Sutton open, three on the way. Bang! Sarah Sutton and Edward Jones three. 71-51.
Yeah, Campbellsville in transition there was able to get a wide open three, and that's just something that Clarke has defended well today.
Left side of the lane, floater from Peterson, no good. Peterson has taken a couple of quick shots for Clarke, and Campbellsville back the other way. Sutton thought about it for a moment, couldn't shoot it. Now off the screen, they get it back to her, and Ubel picked it off. And Ubel going to come the other way slowly and lay it up. I am just absolutely, I can't believe
20-point lead.
You don't need her offense.
No, you don't.
And she can't play defense right now. I mean, not well. Here is Lee stepping through. Shot by Lauren Lee is blocked by Mickles. Mickles, they're going to see if they get together. I thought it hit Mickles, but then it came back and hit the back of Lauren and went out of bounds, and then they get together. It was the right play by Lauren Lee, but when it came down, it hit the back of Lee, and the official underneath couldn't see it. And are they going to change it or no?
No, they're going to keep it here.
73-51. Lee has Sutton open left side three. That is no good. Crazy rebound. Did that hit the pad maybe and shoot back? It looked a little funky coming off there.
It stayed up on the rim for a little bit longer than normal.
Here's Culbertson back to Ubel. Decks it and drives in. You can see her grimace with every.
Yeah, I'm really surprised she's in here, Matt. Especially with a 22-point lead. Save her. You're going to need her to make a run here at this national championship. I'm a little shocked in that.
Maddie Nally will bounce it in to Lauren Lee. Bertram out to Sutton. Bertram and Sutton will back and forth here. 3:15 to go. Bertram in the middle. A step back shot is no good. Campbellsville just had one of those days. Sutton had the friendly bounce earlier, but everything else here has kind of been the way of Clarke. 73-51 as Luby knocks one away. Pass intended for Kelchin. 2:59 here on the clock as it will be Culbertson to inbound. Culbertson still looking, has Ubel. Contested three is short. And the rebound taken by McDermott. Lindauer holds. Now McDermott out top. Culbertson. Nally tries to get in there and break it up. McDermott keeps it free underneath Ubel. And that shot no good. Ubel going to go back up again. And she will go to the free throw line here as there's a foul called on Campbellsville's, was that Nally or Sutton?
I think it was on Luby.
Luby. That is it for Kayla Luby as she is fouled out. Hazy back in for Luby. The Lady Tigers will send Caitlin Wilkes into the lineup. Luby, 4 points today, 3 rebounds. This free throw for Ubel is good. 74-51. .241 to play. Ubel with one more. That one around and out, no good. And Hazy knocks it away from Wilkes out of bounds. Campbellsville will have the possession.
Well, Matt, I have to admit I did not see this one coming.
No, just got out of the blocks a little slow. Clarke fast, the foul trouble, and it just snowballed
from there. Yeah.
Lauren Lee has Sutton, ball broken up there by Lindauer as Sutton reaches in, ties it back up, wants a timeout, and we'll go to the arrow here as it will favor Clarke.
But I'm surprised Sutton didn't try to call timeout right there.
Yeah. I think she was so worried about getting it.
Yeah.
I almost yelled timeout.
Well, I almost did too.
74-51 to closing in on 2:20 to go. Campbellsville's season going to come to a close here in the quarter finals. Went away from Fab 4, just not meant to be. Clarke will advance for the first time in their program's history. Hazy holds it. On the far side to Culbertson, who backs away. Out on the right wing, little ball fake. Nichols drives in. Here's a jumper. No good. Ball batted up into the air there on the rebound. I think Bertram had it momentarily. They're all over, and now she gets it free to Nally. Lee on the left side works off the Wilkes screen. Lee has Sutton out top. 3 on the way. That is short for Sarah Sutton. And the rebound taken in by McDermott. And we close in on 90 seconds. Clarke going to dribble it ahead.
Matt, this game's, like you said, a little reminiscent of last year against Dort. Just come out and got a little shell shock from the get-go and just not able to cover.
Here is a shot in the middle by McDermott. Hazy had the rebound. Now Sutton going to drop on the ground to try to tie it up. They're going to call a foul on Sarah Sutton here, as Hazy, I believe, will go to the free throw line. That'll be the 5th on Campbellsville. And what do we have here? A timeout. And I think Coach wants a...
she might get her one here.
Yeah, I'm trying to watch this conversation. The coach not happy. 74-51, 30-second timeout, 1:18 to play in the basketball game. Clarke going to advance here, unfortunately. The Lady Tigers will conclude their season at 31-3, another 30-win season for Central High Colvin. This tournament is so challenging to win. There's no margin for error.
No, there's not. And you've almost, I won't say you have to play perfect, but you've got to have a little luck go your way. Some bounces have got to go a certain way, and this Campbellsville team, for some reason, when we get out here, we just, I don't know if we freeze up or what, but it's just hard to kind of get over that hump. And it makes it so much special when you are able to do that. Those 2 runs that we were able to make to the championship game back in 15, and then a few years later there in Billings. So, but the great thing here, Matt, is this team we get everybody back. We'll get everybody back for next year, and a chance to work hard over the summer and come back and try to make a run again.
Bree Gowdy in there for the Lady Tigers, 5'5" freshman guard from Campbellsville, Kentucky. And here we're going to get, and Kelcham just hurt her knee. She got tangled up. Her ankle was under. That did not look good for Emma Kelcham. And they're going to call an offensive foul on somebody. I don't know.
Caitlin Wilkes.
He said Bertram.
Oh, did he? That may have been on the illegal screen.
It's not going to matter, but we'll mark it down anyhow. Ubel still in the game. Whew. You talk about living on the edge. She has drugged that leg with her all afternoon long. And left side into the corner here. McDermott defended by Gowdy. Lost the handle there as Nally flashed in to take it away. Bree Gowdy brings Campbellsville to the other end. 76-51. 40 seconds to go. Gowdy has Wilkes out top. Now Bertram. Left side of the lane. Blocked by Kelchin. Kelchin went down a moment ago. She appears to be okay, however. We're going to get changes across the board here for Campbellsville. You'll get some of these youngsters in the lineup. Kaylin Mills, the 5'5" freshman guard from Flatlick, Kentucky. Paige Evans, 5'3", the freshman guard from Hodgenville, Kentucky. Paige Serafini, 5'11", freshman from Lawrenceburg. And Shelby Beatty, 5'11", freshman guard from Owensboro. Mills is tied up or fouled here, and that will be the third. And actually, bonus situation. Kaylin Mills will go to the line for Campbellsville. 27.5 seconds remaining. Clarke has sent in Anisha Vondenkamp. Jenna Blunt in there. Beatrice Atenza, Lily Schilling, I think, checking in. And Shanae Wettering. Mills misses both free throws. 76.
Today's Mills' birthday.
Kaylin Mills, that's not the present you want.
No, it's not.
Atenza out top. Evans nearly took that away. And now left side, that is Vondenkamp. She'll drive in against Gowdy, and Bree tried to tie it up. And for Clarke here, I believe they're going to get Gowdy on the foul, and it'll send Vondenkamp to the line. So Vondenkamp, sophomore from Kansas City, she'll try to get on the board and can't do it. Vondenkamp shooting from the left side of the free throw line there. She's off near the elbow. Second free throw is around and out, no good. Rebound to Beatty. 8 seconds. Lady Tigers quickly ahead. Beatty's pass nearly broken up. It was broken up. Gowdy runs it down. 3 seconds. Mills to Serafini, and she won't even get the shot off. The Lady Tigers season comes to a close here in a 76-51 loss. The Lady Tigers finished 31-3 on the year. The Clarke Pride will advance to 31-4 on the season. They move on here in the Dewar quadrant. Clarke, the winners, and they will take to the floor on Friday evening at 8 p.m. against the winner of Indiana Wesleyan and Dakota State, which will be the next game here. That game set to tip off at 7 Eastern time. We will step away and take a time out. Campbellsville Falls. We'll come back and visit with the head coach. You're following the Lady Tigers on the Campbellsville University Sports Network. Back inside the Fleet Farm Arena at the Tyson Events Center, Matt Payton with the head coach, Ginger High-Colvin coach. Season comes to a close. One of these years, this conversation is going to be a little different, and I look forward to it. We'll go through the storms to get there, right? But not the outcome you had hoped for today. Just really couldn't get going offensively. Never got a chance to get going offensively.
We did. You know, they came out and were hot the very first part of the game, kind of like we came out against Rio, and you just know that those things are going to happen. Adrenaline's going to happen. They're going to hit shots. And then I felt like we kind of started getting back in rhythm and started settling in, made some shots. And then I don't care who you are, you can't win games with Caitlin Wilkes and Courtney Pritchett on the bench. It's just not, when you come in and it's that physical and it's that hard, and then they're both sitting over there for the majority of the first half. That just doesn't help. And I thought the kids that came in and played well. I thought Maddie Nally played an excellent game right now today, and I was really proud of her and her effort. But we didn't push the tempo the way I wanted to push the tempo, and they got us out of our rhythm, got us out of our tempo. But when Caitlin Wilkes plays 19 minutes and Courtney Pritchett plays 23 minutes, you're not going to, in a game like this against a team as good as Clarke, you might as well forget that. It's just not it's not a fair fight when you're in there with that.
They started out 9 of 10. You mentioned the runs and the ebbs and flows of this game. They started out 9 of 10 from the floor. You hold them to 14 of 51 the rest of the game.
Yeah.
They didn't keep up that pace who could, but as you mentioned, offensively, you just never really could get into the rhythm. Defensively, you did pretty well, but then the free throws and different things kind of take over. They shoot 25 free throws to really help them out. But I thought defensively, you guys really weren't bad after that first, 6-7 minutes or so where they got going early.
And we talk about that with our kids all the time. We're going to face adrenaline every time we play somebody. That's just part of it, and that's okay. It's just something that we're used to. We come out and we face that adrenaline rush, and again, it wasn't anything I was worried about. And we come back and cut it a couple times. They came down and hit some big shots, and this is to take absolutely nothing from them. They are an excellent basketball team, and I knew that coming into this. I've watched them play several times this year, and then obviously as much as we've watched them in the last day, how good they are. They're all fifth-year seniors, and they've all come through, and they don't have anybody that stands out in one category, but they're all great in every aspect of the game, and they're well coached. Hats off to them for how good they are and how well they played. And but it is frustrating on our end that Caitlin and Courtney didn't get to show how talented they are and how important they are for our team.
I know I'm gonna wrap this up pretty quickly. I do have to at least mention, I'll congratulate you on the WBCA honor. I know this is not a time that you really want to discuss that, but I am at least going to congratulate you on that. And you and I have talked about this over the last couple of days, and it's the good and bad of the program that you have continued to build. Getting to the Final Eight is really, really hard to do.
Yeah.
And in some ways, people will say, oh, it's a disappointment or it's this or that. You won 31 games. You're one of the last 8 teams with a chance here to cut down those nets. And I mean, only one team can win it out of 230 some. So it's tough to come here and get the 4 in a row you need at this stage against these caliber of teams. But I want to congratulate you on a great year, and certainly nothing to hang your all's heads about. It was certainly a fun ride for me.
Well, I think the kids have done just an outstanding job, and if you go back and look, I still say the hardest thing to do is win the Mid-South Conference and regular season. We went out and we won the Mid-South Conference regular season, and I'm so proud of them for that. Teams, 6 of us were in the national tournament. If Pikeville hadn't had that injury to their player right before the tournament started, I feel like they would have even made a little bit of a run. And Thomas More is still in this, and they've been great in our league all year. But it's just been I'm really proud of my kids because they do it the right way. They come in and they compete the right way. They love one another. Their parents all are great supporters of our kids and what we do. And, it's just there's no problems when we're off the court. I hate losing. I don't want to lose. I know our kids don't want to lose, but if I had to lose with anybody, this is the group I'm going to lose with because at the end of the day, their character and how they handle things matter.
The good news is, and I know it's a little early to maybe think about it, but everybody's back, and unless Courtney decides to transfer to a school in Louisville that she's talked about, that's a joke, folks.
Yep.
I think.
Yeah, it is a joke, and that's what we just faced today. We faced a team of 5th-year seniors, and those kids all committed and came back for one another, and it shows. It shows that they're just super talented, and. One of their kids played through an injury today, and you have to give hats off to her. She ended up with, I don't know how many minutes. She played 23 minutes, 11 points, and she did a great job for them. They have great size inside, and, like I say, when Kate's on the bench over there and Kayla fouled out, what else? There's just not much you can do.
Yeah. Well, Coach, safe travels home. Congratulations on a great year. Not the finish you want, but certainly nothing to be disappointed in.
Right.
And it'll be November before you know it.
And that's the truth. It'll be right back around the corner. And I think we need to obviously talk about Derek Port, who's our head trainer, who comes and just behind the scenes does so much. You and Benji come and Michaela and have done so much for us. And Zach and Brett. Those two that take your photos and do your videos, we laugh about it because they've been from North Dakota down to here, and I don't think they've had a lot of rest. But there's a lot of people that go into what we do and how we are able to compete. And these kids have great support, and they know they have great support. And I'm incredibly proud of Campbell's University and the way the kids represented them.
I think I speak for all of us when I say we're thrilled to be able to do what we do.
Well, we thank you. You do a great job.
Absolutely. Thanks, Coach. The Lady Tigers fall here this afternoon. Their season concludes as they will finish 31-3 on the year, and they'll set their sights on next season. 23-24 campaign will be here before you know it.